This is a struggle every teacher has encountered once in their life as beginning teachers. In this video, we're going to look at some mistakes we commit and then how to improve on these mistakes to ensure classroom management. That is, how to make the classroom become quiet when you are in front of your students. Hello there, welcome to another episode. My name is Lottie and I do create educational content for Basil. So in this video, we are going to look at some of the common mistakes we as teachers commit that does not enhance that the classroom should be quiet in as much as you are in the presence of the students or the pupils. So the first common mistake we do commit is to send the bad kids out of the classroom. Now, what does this signify? When you send bad kids out of the classroom, it signifies that you don't have the power to control them, and for that matter, any student that misbehaves, all you have to do is just send these kids out. And most of the times, what I've realized is when teachers send these kids out, they send them out to other teachers who intend to discipline them for them. I don't know if that's right. Yes, they send them out, they send the bad kids out for other teachers to discipline these bad kids. Now, what does this insinuate to you as the teacher? When you do this, it means one, you do not have the power to control the kids. Two, you are signifying or you're giving your power to these kids or these bad kids anytime they do something wrong in class, making the other kids realize that you do not have the ability to train them or you do not have the ability to discipline them as it deems it fit. Also, another call to action is that it makes it look like anytime these kids misbehave, you have to call a different teacher to discipline them. And for that matter, anytime they hear you call that particular teacher, they just put themselves in order. And that is very bad because you have to show them you are in control. You are in control. And so the first tip I'd like to give you as a beginner teacher is what? Do not send bad kids out. And also, when you go in as a fresher, as a new teacher, be very cautious the way or how friendly you become with students to a certain extent. You know, most teachers or some teachers get so friendly with students to an extent that when they even call them, they take the time to do whatever they want to do before the students actually respond to the teacher's calling. However, other teachers are in the same school as well, and you could see difference. You could tell differences that when a different teacher calls a student, the rate or the speed at which a student will respond is different. And so in order to make sure all these things that I've mentioned is put into order, please be cautious how friendly you get with certain students to an extent, especially the female students. You might want to cane them someday and then they'll be giving you attitude and a whole lot, even though there might be nothing in quotes, there might be nothing going on, but then because of how friendly you become with them, they might be giving you attitude, and it also leads to total disrespect. Now, the next mistake we make is to shout at the kids. In the first place, tell me why you would want to shout at kids when you've dressed up, left your various homes, and you've gone out there to teach. And your aim is to shout at kids such that at the end of the day, you come back with a lost voice. You don't have to do that. You don't have to shout at the kids. All you have to do is just watch them. You know, most often when you shout at them, it looks like they've not even heard you, and that is where the voice or the noise increases the most. And so our next thing we're going to look at is how to improve upon these mistakes that I've made mention of. The first improvement or the first tip I'd like to give you is the silent treatment. Me, for instance, when I go to class and I realize that the class is noisy, what I do is I just stand in front of the class for like some minutes, like 3 to 5 minutes. And you see that the noise keeps dropping to the lowest or the barest minimum, such that you not even hear the sound of a bird. Now when the noise drops, I just turn to the marker board or the chalkboard and then I write class test. As simple as that. You know, kids or students are so scared of tests, most especially when this test is unprepared. You did not inform them about this test. And then you also make sure that the noise they were making would would be in line with the test, such that if one student should get it wrong, they are in hot soup. And so when you do this for some time, immediately you enter the class, they'll be whispering, this one tell this one, keep quiet, this one tell this one, keep quiet. Hey, sir is in class, madam is in class, and they comport themselves. So one tip to improve class noise management is the silent treatment. Trust me, it works a lot. It works a lot, and so you should inculcate that. The next improvement I'd like to recommend to you is encourage other students when they do something positive in class. You get it? So looking at my stager, most often when I get into school to teach for the first time, some of the students just look at me and like, what? You know, looking at my stage, I have the smallish stager, and so they feel like, oh, they can't intimidate me and all of that. And funny enough, most often all the classes that I've taught, junior high school, you get it. My national service, I think I had a population of about over 80 students, yet I was able to control these students. You dare not speak to me anyhow. You dare not make anything funny. You get it? Because it took me years to get to where I've got to, so you don't have to rub shoulders with me. So now the next tip I can give to you is to encourage other students. When I say encourage other students, what do I mean? So one time I was teaching, and I think one student raised his hands and asked a question in front of the whole class, like, madam, why is it that when you're speaking to there was this girl, Christiana speaks English a lot, and I love students who love to express themselves. These days, what we've realized is that most of these students, because of the use of social media, even when they are writing essay, they use shorthands, and it causes them a lot, because the essay is apparently like 30 marks, expressions, errors. So by the time you are done deducting, they have nothing left. You get it? So he asked, why is it that when you're speaking to Christiana, you mostly speak English with her, but then when you're speaking to some of us, you speak with us with the you speak to us with the local dialect? And I said, I return the energy you give me. If you're speaking the local dialect, why not? I love to also speak the local dialect. If you're ready to speak the English with me, I love to speak English with you. This is not the time you're going to write names of vernacular, those speaking vernacular, write names of those speaking the local dialect. No. Sometimes you just have to pick up certain strategies. The next strategy is that, how do I put it? Keywords. Yes, make good use of keywords. You know, even if you're not at the JHS level, from let's say upper primary upwards. When I say upper primary, I'm referring to grade 4, grade 5, grade 6. You know, those students, they can be a handful sometimes. So what you do is to use keywords a lot. For example, these days I've seen people introduce a common method like this particular video.
You can hear my voice clap once, twice. Make sure your chairs are tucked in properly and your tables are straight.
Where? Who? You been where? With who? For real? Oh, really? That's how you feel? And the guys be like, asking all these questions. Asking all these questions. Why you asking all these questions? Making statements? Assuming? Now y'all getting a little bit too loud. I need y'all to quiet down.
Yes, and so other people will go for eyes on me, then the class will respond, eyes on you. You get it? Tables in check, make sure that your tables are in line. These things makes the students happy, and then once you do that, they realize that it is called to order. They have to what? Keep quiet. And so yes, these are some basic tips you need to know and improvement on how to improve all these things that I've made mention of. I hope this video gets useful to you and make good use of it. And so thank you very much for watching this video. My name has always been Tim Rossi. Please do also hit the like button, subscribe, and of course turn on notification bell so that I don't miss important educational content from us. Until next time I come your way, it is solely bye for now. Peace and love. Shalom. I'm out.